to another episode of Opposing Cylinders. In today's episode, we're going to do some work on the 413 car. We have a brand new set of rear tires. They're the track tires, the bias plies, but we're gonna take the wheels off. We're gonna take them to get trued or shaved, get them all balanced, get them back on the car. But in the meantime, please hit the subscribe button. 87% of you watching today's video have not yet hit the subscribe button. It is totally free and it supports our page and YouTube algorithm. So stay tuned for today's video. Let's get the tires and the wheels off, get them true. Now, one of the things we have to do before we actually get filming on this, especially by myself today, I don't have Kyle or anyone to help actually film, so I had to get both cars down. So we got the Roadster down, we got it uncovered just for filming purposes. I figured you'd want to look at it uncovered rather than covered up. But we got the 413 car down. We did make a change recently. You'll notice on the wheels, we did take the chrome rings off. I think we may leave it like this a little bit, but we also moved the big truck out, the blue truck out. We put the Rockney body, we slid it over, and we had the purple truck up there. And we brought in a trusty old garbage can here as well, so we could set up our camera for this view. So when we get the car off the lift and get it up on jack stands, we're gonna try to get a better filming thing, a better angle. But we haven't driven the 413 car in the last couple of weeks, so we also have to charge it because I don't know if it would start. So that's what happens. You have these old cars and they don't always start. So we just have the battery charger. We got it all hooked up and charging a little bit. We may get it out on the road here before we take the wheels off. And you know, it's hard if you get it down and you start it up, it's hard not to drive it. So let's get working. I guess I need to change clothes and get a little dirty, but we may take it for a ride first. Let's see if that happens. Well, we're gonna see if it actually starts. And there is a process to starting this car. We have to flip switches, has a magneto, so I got some switches and everything to turn. Let's see if we can get this thing running. Sounds good. We got the fuel pump. Those of you that are wanting to know what lifts we have, I get this question a lot. We have the Atlas 8000, they're the EXT version, so the extended version, they go up a little higher, so we can fit an SUV underneath there. This is not a paid promotion, that's just what we have. We have 3 of those lifts in the garage. They always get questions about our ceiling. When we built the house, we did 12-foot high ceilings so we could go extra high. And again, get a full size. When I had the Willys, it was tough to get a Roadster and a Willys because the Willys being a gasser, it was too tough to get it under. So if you're gonna do lifts and you're building a garage or building a house, go at least 12 feet high. And we did the extended versions where we could go extra high and have plenty of room to walk underneath them as well. So just my 2 cents on car lifts. If you have a hot rod, you know what I mean. When it's sunny, it's gonna be in the 60s today. Gotta get it out for a ride. I mean, I thought we were tucked away with all the cars, but I have to get it out for one more ride. Look at the little blue truck next to us. I love those OBS trucks, so let's take a ride in the 34 here real quick. We got a little heat in the engine, and we'll just go around the neighborhood a little bit. Maybe get a little fuel. Now, I don't know about you, but when I'm filling up a hot rod, I'm putting premium in this. So here in Ohio, premium has gone up a little bit. We're at $4.85 a gallon for 93. We're not going to put a ton in it today because it's going to sit, but I want enough once it goes to low man rods where they have enough fuel if we need to put some miles on it. Here soon in the coming weeks, the car will go to low man rods, and we're going to start our upgrades. And one of those upgrades that we're going to have is we're going to replace the old school 3-speed with a new TKX 5-speed. So when you take off, if you don't really give it enough gas, or if you just kind of idle through, it'll kind of hesitate with the 3-speed. We're going to get it really dialed in with a brand new 5-speed. So got a lot of work ahead, just a few other little odds and ends, but excited for a new 5-speed to go in here. Low man rods out of Tipp City, Ohio is going to do all the work for us. Of a Hemi and a quick change, just something about it, just the feeling, the vibrations through the car, just everything. Who wants an electric car when you can have something that just makes your heart beat a little faster, makes your senses all go, your blood start pumping? If that's you, this is it here. At least it is for me. Decided to keep these bigger track tires. They're a 16. We were originally going to go 18s on this, but we decided to stick with the 16s. It just tucks in the rear fender lip a little bit more. So we're going to get these all trued and shaved so they're balanced. None of these bias plies come, sorry, they don't come too balanced, too straight and level. So we're going to get these all slick, and while the wheels and everything are off, we're going to go through all the brakes this year as well. So excited for several updates so we can actually get out and drive the car even more. On to the fronts. Okay, last wheel, we got the car all up on jack stands, so it's all secure. We have last wheel, just going to take off here. We're ready to load them up and take them to get trued or shaved, however you want to call it. So we're excited to see how much of a difference that actually makes. We know it made a difference on the Roadster, so if you've never done that, it's something to consider with your bias plies. And ours will actually be off. I've seen other people actually have their cars, if you can find someone, to have them trued while and balanced while the wheels and tires are actually on the car. That makes a big difference. I hear even more. One other tip, we have the fin covers on the front. Now, I don't feel any vibration with this car, but on my Roadsters in the past, I have felt vibration or at higher speeds. And we've actually had the fin covers, balanced as well, putting weights inside of those because once you start getting a higher speed, those aren't that balanced. So may consider balancing these front covers. We'll show you when we get this wheel off. So something to consider is putting weights on the inside of these fin covers. If you are feeling any vibration at a higher speed, you'll notice it at certain speeds, lower speeds, you may not feel it. You feel it at 60 to 70 mile an hour, and then you get over 70 and it kind of balances itself out. It's probably these fin covers you may consider balancing as well. So we have done that on other cars. So just a tip if you haven't done it. So car's all ready. We gotta load these wheels up onto our spot to get these wheels all shaved and trimmed. Stay tuned for that coverage. Well, it's a new day and we are in Xenia, Ohio, and about to get the wheels unloaded from the truck. It's another beautiful day, but got all shaved today, got all cleaned up just for you on camera here to look a little bit better than I did yesterday. So got all shaved, but we're pulling into Detroit Tire here in Xenia, Ohio. And this is where we're actually going to have the tires trued, shaved, balanced, whatever you want to call it. But they're gonna get it done, so let's walk inside and we'll get these wheels unloaded and get it going today. So we're inside Detroit Tire now. We're starting to get the tires, getting the air pressure right. We're gonna get the tires dismounted off the rear, get the new tires on the rear, and then we'll start getting them trued. So just letting the air out. Make a little noise. So what he's doing there, he told me, is he's actually warming that tire up, and once these tires, they sit for a while or whatever, you may get maybe a flat spot or something, so he's getting it a little softer and just kind of working it and getting it spinning before he starts actually truing it. It's really interesting just learning from other people and little tricks of the trade just with him taking the old wheels off and how to break those loose. The things that you don't do daily. This gentleman's been doing this for many, many years. He knows what to do, but even the first step of putting on there, I thought that they just went straight to kind of trimming them, shaving them, but putting them on that machine, most wheel companies don't have anything like that, so you won't find it. But again, Detroit Tire here in Xenia, Ohio, it's an old school place where they have all that equipment. So if you need something done, you can contact them. They're close to Dayton, Ohio, so we're kind of in between Dayton, Cincinnati. We're probably an hour or so south of Columbus, Ohio, to give you a vicinity of where this is actually being done. But check out Detroit Tire. Again, we'll show you the finished product, but that's kind of interesting. He said it'll probably take about 10 minutes just to get that wheel ready. We'll probably put the next wheel on while he's truing it on this machine over here. So this will be one of the next machines we hook it up to, and he'll start putting all of his equipment together. So if you notice, we're keeping the gentleman off of camera. He really didn't want to be on camera today, which I completely understand, it's fine, but I'm going to relay some of the information that he's sharing with me so I can share it with you. But one of the things he was talking about was they used to get here at 7:30 in the morning and stay till 6 o'clock. And if you think about, all the old school tires weren't as good as what they used to be. So they would basically true tires all day long. That's what they did. So basically every set of tires almost that they were putting on the cars, the older style, you had to true them. So they would come in here and they would just work these machines and true them all day long. There was 2 guys that did that here at Detroit Tire on a daily basis. So old school trade, old school skills that are now dying out and not many people know how to do anymore. So it's neat to learn some of the old school ways.
Do is shave it to where this touches all the way around.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's got a little,
But it doesn't look too crazy.
nothing abnormal.
Hopefully the next one's like that too. Yeah. Some of these you just don't know. Yeah.
It's pretty straight. It's not doing this.
Yeah.
better service out of it.
Right.
You're gonna get a smoother ride. It's actually gonna last longer because it's not slapping the road, you know.
Well, if we want to drive the car, we want it to be smooth.
And the best time to do it is when they're new. That way you get off to a good start. It's true and it's balanced.
So now he just turned the wheel, flipped it around. So we're not going to shave a ton off of it, but just getting the low spots. So it'll clean up the tire as well by flipping it around. So we're just going to hit it a little bit again. So we got the rears done. Now it's on to the front tires. These, I don't think have ever really been trued, so we're going to see how close or how far that the front tires are actually off. So they've been on the car for a while, so I'm hoping that they're in decent shape and they're not too far off. So let's see how these get shaved. Well, what a great time here today at Detroit Tire. Again, check them out, Xenia, Ohio. We've bought tires here. We've had mounted, balance, but they really take care of us every time that we're here. Talk to Steve. He's great. The whole team is great. Thank you to the gentleman that did the truing of the tires and mounted and balanced the rears for our 413 coupe today. They're just always a class act. But again, check out Detroit Tire. We'll show you one more at the front of the building. But give them a call if you need new tires, you need your hot rod, your wheels, the tires trued, shaved. They're the place that we always go to, and I think that was the third set that we've had them do, but they are always a class act. But again, we're back on the road. We're going to get these mounted and balanced, and we're going to see what a difference it makes on the 413 coupe and get it on the road. I know it's going to make a big difference because it made a big difference on our Roadster as well. But Detroit Tire, thanks for all that you do. Well, we're back in the garage today, wrapping up the 413 coupe. We got the tires all mounted, they're all trued, so time to put them back on the car, and we're going to take it for a ride today and give you our first reactions after everything has been shaved and smooth. So let's get it on the 413 car. We'll check out the tires one more time, and Kyle and I will go for a ride here later on today, and he'll kind of get my first reaction. So let's do it. So this is our first drive again. I got Kyle behind the camera. Say hi, Kyle.
What's up, everybody?
So we're taking a ride in the 413 coupe after the tires have been all trued. We're gonna get it up to speed and see how it actually does. Slow speed, I can already tell a difference, but we're gonna get it up and we'll see how it does here. 3-speed. Big difference. Definitely a difference. On this road before, I felt like I was all over. I still feel a little bit in the grooves, but I'm going a lot straighter. I feel like I can roll down the highway a little bit
You got to give the people what they want. They want to hear the car, and they want to see the motor. And I agree with them.
Hopefully all of you like the sound as much as we do. And it definitely has to sound better in person than it does on this camera.
It sounds killer.
Well, thanks again for watching today's video. Please like and subscribe to our channel. Follow us on the complete build on the 413 coupe with low man rods. Again, thanks to Detroit Tire for hooking us up, getting all the tires trued. And Kyle behind the camera, thanks for filming. And what else, Kyle?
We'll see you in the next video.
See you in the next video.
Kevin's beating himself up because he can't say subscribe and he jacked it up. Usually does a good job. This is one take, but
Well, I don't know how to speak properly. I have this
That's okay.
lisp.
I'll try to edit it out for you.